Egypt breakthrough as a man-made chamber has been found after scanning underneath the Great Sphinx of Giza. Remember that Zahi Hawaz says there's nothing under the Great Sphinx. Well, he was wrong. An Egyptian researcher says a man-made chamber has been found below the Great Sphinx of Giza after a scan of the area uncovered a void below the surface, and he had a video expressing what he found. The bold claim comes from Egyptologist Dr. Manu Saifzadeh, whose team used non-invasive techniques on the famous monument. They're said to have uncovered several areas of interest, but one stood out from the rest. The void, which reportedly measures 12 meters by 9 meters, is the size of a good-sized bedroom, sits around 5 meters under the Sphinx. That's 15 feet down. And on the YouTube channel ANEXT, Dr. Saifzadeh says this is a side experiment. It's called Seismic Tomography. With this technology, you can test for spaces, he explained. He says, so they were listening here and hitting the surface around the Sphinx, and they were describing several areas that could be voids. One of those voids, we believe, he says, is the most likely candidate for the Hall of Records, the famous Hall of Records. The story of the Hall of Records is popular among those who hold alternative theories of ancient Egypt. They propose that an ancient library once featured below the Sphinx. It was first coined by American clairvoyant Edgar Cayce, but no physical evidence has ever been uncovered. And pointing to an area around the Sphinx, Dr. Saifzadeh said, it starts here, extends forward about 12 meters and 9 meters to the side, he says. It's a big place, and a scan showed right-angled corners and sharp edges. They think this is a man-made chamber about 5 meters below us, he explained. The researcher does not think much evidence of the contents remains. He says it's most likely full of water now because of the groundwater level. It comes up to about 5 meters, he says. And according to my reconstruction, the archive was breached. This is not sealed, he says. I think I have evidence, he says, that the contents were removed and ended up in Hermopolis of Middle Egypt. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. So while leading Egyptologist and former Minister of State for Antiquities, Dr. Zahi Hawaz, has denied all claims about a hidden city under the Sphinx, he did previously confirm the presence of 3 tunnels. The first exists above the back of the statue, and it was discovered in 1937 by the French engineer who was searching for treasures inside the body of the Sphinx. The second tunnel was found at the north side of the statue before it was drowned. It was believed that the tunnel was full of treasures and also monuments. Now, the third tunnel exists behind the dream portrait. It was found by an Italian adventurer in the early 19th century while he was digging under the chest of the Sphinx. Dr. Zahi Hawaz undertook excavations beneath the main body of the Sphinx in 2019 and rediscovered the access tunnels to several large, apparently natural caves directly under the Sphinx. He said, we have a lot of photos that document the process of digging under the Sphinx, proving that there are no passages under the Sphinx and that it was a concrete statue, he said. Well, let's see now what happens with this ground scanning and what they'll find. This is by Callum Hoare on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.